So what I'm going to do is show you the two apps that I use for editing photos on the fly. So it's not going to be perfect, and the photo isn't perfect either, but honestly, that's the point, is people are so used to seeing overly processed, crazy Photoshop stuff, and they just want to see what's real. So that's what these posts are about, and they can actually get a lot higher engagement than, the absolutely perfect posts that you often see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you through my step-by-step process of how I do this. So it's really, really quick. And there are two apps that I use, and I will show you what they are. So the first one here is Snapseed. So what you need to do after you open the app is just tap anywhere, like it says, to open a photo. And it's the most recent one that I've taken. So there we go. As you can see, it's not too much to write home about, but it's still, fairly decent. So what you're going to do is click Tools in the center of this bar. And the first thing I usually like to do is tune image, in the upper left-hand corner. And if you touch the image and you drag your finger up, you're going to be able to scroll through all these different functions like brightness, contrast, saturation, all that sort of stuff. So maybe I'll just make it a tiny bit brighter, and maybe I will bump up the contrast just a little bit. Like you can see how, you can do a whole lot just by dragging your finger. And if you look at the top there where it says plus 28, that tells you how far away it is. 0 is being where it was originally. So I'm just going to do a little bit of that, and I think the rest of it is okay here. So I'm going to click the tick box in the lower right hand corner. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I go back into Tools. So again, click Tools in the center, and then it is Selective. So on the left hand side, right in the middle there, click Selective. So this is fantastic. The stone here actually turned out really well, but oftentimes the stone needs a little bit of love. So what you can do is click on that particular place that you need to edit. And this is what is so cool about this app, is most of the time, just like I was doing in the other function, you can only edit really the whole photo at once, but you can't get a specific area. This one you can. So here we go. I've picked an area, and again, if you slide your finger up, you can choose what you want to change. So brightness, contrast, saturation, or structure. So, and then again, like in the other one, when you slide your finger to the left or the right, that's where, like, oh my gosh, you see that? Like, I mean, obviously this doesn't look good, but you can see what a difference it makes. If I go to the complete opposite, like, you can see that you can get extremely, extremely particular just with this little app. And if you want to go do another section, like say I wanted to go in and maybe let's tap the back corner and say I want to darken it just for an effect, you can do that. So that doesn't look great, but you can see how in the right image, this is super, super powerful. So what I'm going to do is export that, because now I need to save it back to my camera roll. Export. And I usually save a copy so I can see the original. And now I'm going to show you my other app that I love. So this one was a couple dollars. I think it was maybe $5, but my goodness, it is incredible. It is called Facetune. And see, I had opened them before, but oops, you can actually just take a photo like that. Let me actually go in and grab it. Okay, so here we are. And what's great about this is you can actually now whiten the background. So here it's not so bad, but oftentimes there's a really distinct yellowish, brownish, grayish tint. And this will actually just help you whiten it. And it's great also if you have white metal where it's, reflecting something, reflecting a color, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, that metal looks purple or green or whatever it is. This can help just take it up that notch and just make it really white. So the interesting thing about this picture is it actually turned out not so bad in terms of the the discoloration. There wasn't too much of it. I think I'm going to overexpose this. But you can see how, like, just in this area that I'm rubbing down in the corner, in the lower left-hand corner, like, you see how white that is. Now, it doesn't have to be like that perfect, no background white. Like, I don't think that's the point of it. I'm just sort of like going intense in this area just so you can see what you can accomplish, and you can zoom in, you can get really granular with what you do, and all you do is you just rub your finger over the screen, and that is enough to make that happen. So this is not the best example, but it was just showing you how to use it and how powerful it can be. So let's say that that's perfect. I'm going to tick the little green check mark, and when I'm happy, I'm going to save to camera roll. Once you know how to do it, you can blast through it super quickly. So I know this video was a little long because I wanted to explain everything that I was doing, but I've definitely edited photos in just a couple minutes, put them live, and gotten a great response. So I hope you found this helpful. Go download those 2 apps, Snapseed and Facetune, and go for it. I hope to see your photos around on the internet. Thanks so much. Bye.